Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Sarah. Welcome back to my channel. And before we get started with today's video, remember to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. And without further ado, let's get on with the video. So today's video is going to be fantasy and sci-fi recommendations. So I'm going to be recommending fantasy and sci-fi books that I love that are all YA or adult. Wait, do I have any adult? Yeah, I have one. I think, or two. Anyways, but these are mostly YA. But yeah, if you want to see my top 5 middle grades, I've already done that video, and most of them were fantasy. So if you haven't seen that already, check that out. I will try and link it up above if I remember, but otherwise it is on my channel. And let's just get started. So the first book I have to recommend is Black Widow Forever Read by Margaret Stohl. This is a book about Black Widow from the MCU, from Marvel, and it is a Marvel book, so, yeah. This was the first book I ever tabbed. Do I tab anymore? No, but I did tab quite a bit in this one. I only tabbed, like, one other book, and it's not because I like it more. Like, this one was it was good. I really liked it. I think it was a 4.5, and yeah, so that is the first book. I'm not sure if that is adult or YA. I think it's adult. Next, I have Cinder by Marissa Meyer. This is the first book in the Lunar Chronicles series. And this is a YA sci-fi with a beautiful inside art. Next, I have Ruby Red by Kristen Gear. This is a YA sci-fi. I read this quite a while ago, but I loved this trilogy. Highly recommend. Next is possibly my favorite series ever. Right now I'm going to say it's my 3rd favorite series ever, but I'm going to have to reread my favorite and 2nd favorite to finally decide. But this is The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. This is a YA dystopian. And I have a whole video discussing the entire series of The Hunger Games on my channel, so definitely go check that out. And that is YA as well. Next we have The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring by J.R.R. Tolkien. This is a adult fantasy, and I love it. It is really good. I've only read this first book, but I love the movies, and I love this book. Next, I have Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Rash. This is a YA dystopian fantasy, and so that is that one. And next is Seafire by Natalie C. Parker. This is a YA pirate book. It is a fantasy, and I read this last year and loved it. Can't wait to continue on with the series. And the last book I have to recommend is the first book in the Mortal Instruments series, which is City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. And this is a YA fantasy. I loved this. I've read the first 3 books in the series, so good. And I loved the TV show that is based on these books. So those are some fantasy and sci-fi recommendations. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you made it to this point in the video, leave a star emoji. And thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Before you go, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. And I'll see you all next time.